Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, coming into you hot, live, in full effect on Saturday night. Meow. All right. Woo, let's do this Saturday night thing. Let your hair out. Let your hair. Hey, what's up, Amy? Always Amy. You're here. What's up? All right. Saturday night is the new Tuesday night. It's the new thing. I love it. Well, hey, Joe Mama. What's up there, Billy boy? Billy boy, 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 boy. You remember that cartoon? It was that goat. What's up, Billy boy, 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 boy? He ate everything. I remember him. Let the people flood in on their Saturday night. All right. We'll get it kicking in with the countdown with Motley Crue. Mel, Marvelous Mel Monty. Marvelous Mel on the West Coast. Good to see you, Mel. Kickstart my heart. Oh, man. Greetings and salutations. Welcome. I almost fumbled. I did fumble, but I recovered. So we recovered. Winning team. Winning team recovered. All right. That's good. Familiar sound. It's very good. Ooh, ooh. I like this tune too, but it's cool. We'll just keep it going. Saturdays are supposed to be a little bit I don't even know, different, maybe not different. I don't know. Oh, pop a top, Bill. I will pop a top. Thank you, Amy. From the medical doctor. You're having trouble hearing me. Is that better? Can you hear me, Mel? Mel can't hear me. Can you guys hear me okay? You hear me just fine. Okay, good. All right, good. Oh, yeah. All right, so there's some good rockin' music. All right. There's some good rockin' music. You guys, what a week. What a week. So, number one, they busted Liz Cheney out. Number 3 Republican. Number 3 Republican. It means when shit goes really, really bad and they get to the numbers like 6 person in power, Liz Cheney, but she got bounced. I thought that was a huge, strong message sent within the ranks of Congress and the Senate. Big. You can hear me fine too. All right, good, Joe. Mel, you got to go beat your kids. Your kids are being too loud. That's the problem. You got to go, not beat them, but, beat them. With love. With love. Beat them with love. No, don't beat them. Don't beat your kids. Just rewind. Don't do that ever. Liz Cheney, crushed. Totally crushed. She's a fighter. Man, I watched her. I did. I got to admit, I watched her. I didn't care about her until she came out and said, meh, 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 meh. I don't like Trump. Meh, 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 meh. And then I listened to her after she got bounced. And she, as a politician, makes a lot of good points. I mean, it's a damn shame, which is going to be the problem with most of these people that fall away by the deep state. I mean, be honest. She showed her true colors. She came out. She showed exactly where she stood. She came out and said that this election fraud that's being perpetuated onto the American people by Donald Trump is false. And it should not be like entertained at all. But that is like beyond the red line in the sand. Like she was building up to this. That should leave no doubt. I couldn't believe it watching it, just going, oh my God, you have no clue, no idea where your base is. You have no idea what your political base is at all, Liz. Living in a dream world, living in a world where she believes the numbers that are being brought up by the mainstream television, perhaps, or maybe just clinging on to her last possible attachment to show the deep state that she's on board, and they've lost. They've shown their hand. I mean, she's as much come out and just proven without a doubt that she is 100% against Trump and denies all the evidence that people that are of good sound judgment and can, put information together and understand that what we're being shown is that the numbers don't add up. This all doesn't add up, as we've been shown. And you know what's funny, guys? I've been watching some truth channels and stuff, obviously, but I've been watching them, and there are certain ones that are starting to break away a little bit from the actual message, which right now it's very important that people stay very focused, and less is more when it comes to understanding what we're witnessing right now. I don't think it's so important to go down all these different rabbit trails. And I was thinking about that, redoing the Q drops and stuff. No, not really. Not really. Like right now, less information is better. Right now, we are in a crucial phase. It's not critical, but it's crucial. It's all crucial, but it's an awakening phase for the sheep. And I say that with love in my heart. I don't say that like, shitting on them. Like, they're asleep and they are waking up. But right now, that is what we're going through right now. So we don't need to overanalyze everything. At least, all right. I don't say we, like telling you how to be. I say we to myself. Like, I don't need to allow myself to go down and be overcritical on all these different fronts and dive down all these different things. Again, that goes back to my points that I was making the other week and weeks, is that you be careful. Personally, my advice to you is to be careful who you follow. These people that put clickbait and grandeur up into what they want to try to tell you. And again, these people who claim to know people who know people who know people who do this, who do that, and they want to give you clickbait information to stay relevant. I'm sorry, man. If you want to do that, do it. But I don't think that's healthy to do that stuff, because my interpretation personally is that right now we're in the phase where it's meant to wake everybody up. And so we don't need to send people down those rabbit holes. It's terrible. And it's bad information too. It's bad information. Right now, I think, God, I hope I'm right. Right now, I think it's best to just sit back and kind of collect yourself and know that you're on the right side of the truth and that you understand it. And I see it in social media too. Like, I'm on Gab, I'm on Telegram, and in some of the rooms that I go into, I see people. It's weird. There's this weird sort of social warrior that is starting to rise up that talks about supporting Trump, but looking at the people that support Trump and saying that, can't you see that the ship's already sailed? Can't you see that it's already behind you? Can't you see that you've been played? Can't you see any of this? And you should rise up. And I say that's like a play by the deep state. I mean, the movement, the plan, none of it called for any of that. We would have been forewarned about those kind of movements if we needed to. These are the people that are awake and know the plan and know what's going on. At this point in this juncture, given what's, look at January 6th of how they want to paint that. I mean, who's going to get together and try to put anything together? No, you're going to set yourself up to like be infiltrated or ambushed by some people that don't have your best good in mind. So nobody's going to do that, but they try to paint people as you're not patriots. You're not, they're trying to hijack the movement. But the reality is that we just sit back and we wait and we watch and we let it play out and we let it go. The longer this plays out, the better for everybody. You should feel confident and feel good in how this is playing out. You are indeed watching a movie, so we should feel good about that anyway. If it's a movie, the reason it's a movie is because they know the playbook. They have the playbook. They have the deep state playbook. They know the direction it's going. That's how they're able to predict what's going on. That's why they told us moves and counter moves. Moves and counter moves according to the deep state playbook. And when you know what they have in store for you, you can just play perfect defense the whole time. Which led into the phrase, these people are stupid. Why are they stupid? They're stupid because apparently they walked right into the trap, which are now blossoming all the time, everywhere, numerous times. They're everywhere. You know, I knew the My Pillow guy was on Jimmy Kimmel. I knew that. And I didn't want to watch it because I had a feeling I knew what it was going to be like. I kind of felt like within myself, like, oh boy. And I finally allowed myself to watch it. Actually, it wasn't that I'd been suppressing it. It's just that it came up in my feed like something you might want to watch. So I watched it. And it was like, I after watching it, I'm like, yeah, now I know I didn't want to see it. I mean, if you had any doubt within your fiber that these clowns on talk show, especially in the PM slots of 9 or 11 p.m., 11:30, midnight, they are bought and paid for. And they had him on there strictly to try to strip that man down and make him not credible of all the information that he was trying to bring out. I mean, it was really quite sad to watch. Thank God they don't have any kind of viewership on the Kimmel show. The best viewership they had was when they had Lindell on, I'm sure. And I don't have the numbers to back that up, but I would almost guarantee it because who else is watching Jimmy Kimmel? Not me. Not in a long ass time. Not in a long ass time. Not in a long, long, long time. So they're winning. They're winning. James Rohrbach. He's got a redneck frapple fist bump. I got you, baby. Brian Griffin. You almost got the perfect name for that voice. You got the Brian. Now I gotta go Griffin. Brian Griffin. Brian Griffin. I'm Peter's brother. Nice. James is ordering exotic sandwiches or bodywear, something. It's a mask-free chat. Hugs are safe. Hugs are always safe. They're safe. Yep. We like to hug. Let's hug it out. Hey, on very non-regional news pertaining to Michigan, they lifted the mask mandate for people who are vaccinated. Oh, big day in Michigan. You're non-vaccinated, you can go out of your house without your mask. Go out and fucking shop. I would say they are trying to let people know that maybe it's over. I don't know, maybe not, but they've definitely taken the restrictions off to muddy the waters. Now people can just intermingle. Now they're just trying to make everybody that's not vaccinated feel like shit. Like, oh, you're not vaccinated. You can't wear a mask. I'm still not wearing a mask. They're not going to delegate that stuff. They're just not. And I don't think they are on a large level. And I think that they maybe see that they've lost this narrative. One could hope that they've realized that they've lost the narrative when it comes to the pandemic, that they are in full submission over what's going on, and people are rebelling everywhere. So today was the first day that people could go out, with good conscience, and good conscience inwardly, that they could go out without their mask if they had been vaccinated. It's a start, people. It's a start. The congresswoman from New York is a big Trump supporter, Elise Stefanik. Some people pronounce it Stefanik. I like it Stefanik. She is taking the position of Liz Cheney, with an overwhelming majority vote to put her in that position. She is showing I have an unstable connection. I hope that's not true. But she's very much in the Trump camp, as I think rightfully so she should be, because she proved herself really just so brilliantly through the impeachment. She was very brilliant and passionate and just so right on. I mean, people could say she was well spoken. Yeah, I mean, she's a congresswoman. She's from upstate New York. But wow, man, what a rock star. And if I can just embarrass one of our people that are in the chat, to be honest, I just want to say that not only does she have similar facial features, but God, she reminds me, Mel, you remind me so much of each other. You and Elise Stefanik, you do. Your fire, your political stance, watching you in your videos, Mel. Seriously. And she's Mel, come on and go, well, I hate that analogy, so go yourself. But I think I hear a lot of those awesome qualities that she has for leadership, and I hear them come out of you, Mel. So that's my 2 cents, and it won't even buy you a 5-cent cup of coffee. So don't take it. Don't take it. Don't take it with a grain of salt. Don't do none of that. Don't. In fact, if Bon Jovi gives love a bad name, I give advice, a bad outcome. I got to try this button. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and assume that worked. All right. Well, Mel is the furry roach queen, so she says, nothing a little hot sauce and barbecue sauce can't do. Take it right off. It'll be fine. Give me the furry roaches. Y'all notice whoever Trump supports wins? Isn't that funny? Whoever he supports wins their election. Novel idea. All right, so let's the air up here, up in Snobville, where we all live. We're up here in the upper crust of people who understand the Great Awakening, the entire plan. Okay, we mesh elbows with all those that know what's going on. So we're up here in the upper clouds of society. We're up here mingling, having the shrimp. We are sipping champagne. We are getting to know one another, most accordingly knowing one another. And we happen to look down on society and go, isn't it amazing that every person that man Trump puts his support behind wins? He wins. I've been working on that. I hope it's great for you people up here in the clouds. I've been working on it, right? It does, right? He wins, right? That's the face he makes too, right? He's like, winning. Yeah, of course I'll come next Saturday and do it. Of course I'll do it. The gods even understand that Trump is winning like he's never won before. And as you sit up here and look down and are privy to the Great Awakening and the entire plan, you get to actually see how it's going down, right? You get to. It's your privilege, sir. It's your duty and your privilege to watch and get the Great Awakening, the plan, all right? It'd be like a Brit telling you that. You're supposed to enjoy it. They're always so dramatic with shit too, right? That's a spotted dick pudding. Eat it. It's spotted dick. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Why is she laughing? Oh, she's American. Huh? Yeah, American. You dirty, filthy Americans. Laughing about spotted dick, are you? James said you're going to get so tired of winning. That's a fact. In fact, I told the American people that. I told everyone I know. In fact, I told even you. You're going to win so much, you're going to get tired of winning. You're going to beg me, please, Mr. President, please, I can't take another minute of winning. I'm going to say, too bad, you're going to win. And you're going to win big, okay? You're going to win bigly. We're all going to win. And we are winning. We continue to win. Though I don't watch mainstream television, as to say that I do catch clips here and there on the different social media formats that are left. I've seen people like Greg Gutfeld from Fox and Pete Hegseth and Jesse Waters and Janine Pirro and a number of other ones that continue to be the voice that move forward. However, I didn't like these people very much after the election. They had to play, you guys, they had to sit there and just suck that mainstream dick. I'm sorry, they had to. They had to entertain that election, and these people became heroes in my eyes in hindsight. They've stuck with the message now that they're back, leading everybody back in the right direction. But they somehow went that way and were able to entertain the thought of Joe Biden being the president. And I just couldn't even get it anywhere close to my cerebellum. Your cerebral cortex can't take that kind of information. In fact, put him in a burlap bag and have him beaten with reeds. Pretty standard, actually. But it would appear that we've I'm laughing because I can't believe what's about to come out of my mouth. Because it's come out of my mouth for about 5,000 times in the last 4 years. So I'm going to say it one more time. But it would appear that we are cresting the top of this whatever. And we are now seeing the epic top. But there's no way that's true. There's no way that could even be close to being true. But yet, as we go forward, as the days go forward, it's amazing. We live in two different realities and two different worlds and two different Americas in the world. I know it has to get worse. I just don't know how much worse it has to get. I guess none of us do. I guess we just have to be happy to be enlightened and educated, I suppose, would be a a thing to be thankful for would be to be educated as we go through this. I feel happy, guided. I don't know. I'd like to see things going a little faster, but they're not. They're going at the pace they're supposed to go. And the control of the situation and what we're witnessing, like even Israel, right? God, look at what is. I don't know how many rockets the Israeli Iron Dome defense system has, but we're going to find out how many, because the Palestinians and Hamas, the not Palestine, but Hamas is they're going to send as many as it takes until they get more through. And there's an amazing piece of technology that's involved within that Iron Dome technology that's literally tracking and shooting down these weapons that are just they're just being shot all willy-nilly right into civilian areas. And what happens is these Iron Dome rockets get launched and they lock on with the tracking system they have, and they blow the rocket up in the air, and they take out like 98 or 99%, but not 100. Couple get through. So they're sending as many as they can to try to get something just totally started. Now we'll see how it plays out over the course of the next few days, but I don't think Israel's messing around. I don't think they're going to mess around for 1 minute. This feels like the deep state is very much in control of Hamas and is very much instructing them that you hit Israel with almost everything that you have. You need to get something going. Oh, your wish is my command. And they're making it happen, and they are going after it. And Israel's fighting back, and that's what's crazy within, right? You're seeing it within the U.S. government. You're seeing it within some of our junior congresswomen who are denouncing Israel for protecting themselves with the Iron Dome technology and then counter striking against the insurgents who are hiding out, and they are putting themselves behind barriers that would be deemed inappropriate to strike. But that's these people doing this. So may God have mercy on their souls when this is all over. I mean, you have to take out the cache of weapons. You have to take it out. And if these animals would plant anything in a position that would put people in harm's way, that's not the people you want leading you anyway. And I'm sorry, there is collateral damage. And you know what? If one day I'm part of collateral damage for the greater good, take me out. I'm all right. Do it. I get it. It's a damn shame when it happens. And it's even a bigger shame when it happens to youth of the innocent. I mean, a lot of people my age live life with, some regrets and that kind of stuff. And we get through it, but we've lived life, we've had families, we've raised kids, we've gotten through this. It's a damn shame when you take somebody full of life and it happens to. That's bad collateral damage no matter what. But anyway, I'm not here to be judge, jury, or executioner. I'm just saying, like, they shouldn't be hiding this shit in areas that are going to get innocent people to get hurt. And that is a judgment on their character in and of itself. So that's my 2 cents on that. Moving along. What are you guys talking about in the chat? What's up, Red Pill? I see you in here. Brian's talking. James' name is talking. You're all talking. You're not listening. Maybe you are listening. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, people have different perspectives everywhere we do. It's crazy. In my life, I kind of feel like you have like my perspective or the wrong perspective. So I haven't really drawn a difference between the two, except that there's my perspective and then the wrong perspective. And I find that there's still a lot of people that don't have my perspective, which means that other thing that they have. That's what they have. But they're coming around. We're trying. Nice. Yeah, so like I said, Saturdays would probably be like shorter streams. This would qualify as a shorter stream. I'll give it just a couple minutes, see if you guys got any questions or see if anything's going on in the chat. Otherwise, it's a pretty quiet Saturday night, guys. Things rolling around in rolling along in the Great Awakening, waiting for sheep to wake up. We're waiting for them all to wake up, right? We need them to wake up. And God willing, they are starting to wake up. Joe Biden has set a very good example to people that just must look at him and go, how the hell could we have voted for him? And the reality is that there's not that many people. Most of them are in nursing homes. They are career Democrat voters. There's no momentum. There's no nothing. There's nothing behind them that gives them anything. So, I mean, what do? You just, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what else you do. I don't know what else you do. I guess you wait it out. So that's what we do. Love your life. Love your families. Be great to everybody that you come into in life if you can. Some people don't deserve it, but as much as you can do, be cool to them if you can. I don't really know. I know in the end we win. That's what I know. So oh, the long version. Yeah, we won't do that. All right, we're not gonna do that. Claude was behind on the stream. Where's Claude? What's a Claude? Okay. I don't see Claude. Yeah, they did, James. They did. They did vote against Trump. Yeah, they did. Always and forever, redneck prepper. Always. Yeah, you guys definitely understand. For sure. We're not perfect. None, right? None of us, right? And we don't claim to be. Nobody's perfect, but we are looking for righteousness and we're looking for truth. And that's not a bad goal. That's a good goal in life, I think. Feels like it. Feels like something's brewing, guys. Not feels like something's brewing, guys. Something's brewing. Something's coming. Something's coming soon. Definition of soon? Man, I don't know. But soon feels like soon could be, I don't know, Maricopa audit translates into Michigan audit, translates into Pennsylvania audit, translates into Georgia audit, translates into Nevada. Could be a busy, hot summer. And guys, it's just going to have to go this way. Okay. They're not going to we're not going to go to bed and wake up and go, Trump's back in office. He's not going to be. And I don't think any of you think that's going to happen. But as funny as that is to say, he will be in office soon. I do believe. I do believe in that, you guys. And I am just going to just be so thankful. However and when that happens. And if that's not the plan, then it's not the plan. But if it's not Trump, then it's got to be somebody like a DeSantis. I mean, it's because I could see Trump going, "No, I don't want the gig." I did my part. I did my 4. I'm out, man. I'm gonna run Mar-a-Lago. I'm gonna golf these courses, man. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna have me some lobster and steak. I'm gonna do some surf and turf. I could see him doing that, and I wouldn't blame him, especially if he did all the heavy lifting and got all that shit out the way in his first 4 years. If he was like, I laid the foundation, man. I got the foundation of the entire Constitution for America right here. I laid it all out. Now all you have to do is build on it. And I would totally get it. I'd say not only is he the best president ever, he's the best 4-year election president that will ever be. There will never be another one. But it's almost like he showed everybody and said, this is how you do it. Meow, 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 meow. Here you go. And if we just take the blueprint and go, that's exactly how you run it. I really think we ought to run it that way. Everybody go, cool, man. He's smart. We don't need him to be out here tweeting and like being mean to anybody. We just do what he did in business and everything's fine. Right. That's how it needs to go. Hey, Pat Martinez. Yeah, Bitcoin down almost 48,000, really went down. Good time to buy. Yeah, it's not financial advice, but yeah. Yeah, it's down at a low that it hasn't been at for a minute, and it's got a high of 60 plus. So now's a great time to buy it. If you look at trends and how things bounce back, I would say it's due for a nice correction to the upside. So yeah, if I were a betting man, I'd say get yourself in and ride it up a little bit, but not financial advice, and I don't tell people what to do that way. So just hang on to him, Amy, is my opinion. I'm just hang on to him. I think that anybody that's in cryptocurrencies, to tell you the truth, is going to have a very bright future if you fast forward the clock. And this might not want to be what people hear, but if you were to fast forward the clock for 4 or 5 years, I think you're going to be amazed at what cryptos look like. There will be staples that have made it through to that time frame. I think the one you're talking about, Amy, at least ETH, absolutely will be there, and Cardano will be there. But who's to say what the monster one to hold on to is? The reality is that cryptos will either have a future or they won't. They're either going to be something that people understand will set them free from the central bank system, or they won't. We have to get away from the centralized bank system and get into a decentralized currency, a currency that can't be manipulated. It can't be manipulated. And that's what people need to choose to do, is put themselves into a currency that doesn't make them slaves. And that is the goal. Maybe in the next 5 years, like I said, it's about a transition. It's part of the Great Awakening to take away the power from the central bank system, that you put them into a decentralized kind of currency that the central bank can't have authority over. Maybe. And if you take away that power structure from the centralized bank, do you absolutely cripple them in the process? 100% you do. And if you do that and you still have tangible wealth in physical assets like gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and you have those kinds of tangible wealth in those physical metals that could also cripple their system, would you use that to hedge against the cryptocurrencies? Damn straight you would. If you were trying to take them out of business, you would. I would. That's how I would do it. In hindsight, and hindsight being 2020, that's exactly how I do it. And I think that's what they're going to do. And I think cryptos, I don't know when, but I think they're going to eventually go down a lot more from where they've been. I think the initial run on cryptos was like big breath, and it went, okay, it had good momentum. And then now we're in, and I think we're about to get, I think now is a good time to get back in, because I think we're about to catch a really, really, really nice upward momentum build, and it's going to be devastating. And it might take place, guys, this run going up that I'm talking about. Maybe the bottom's not in right now. Maybe it's not done running down. It could go more. You said at 48,000. Should it go lower? It could. I mean, it could go down to 45. It could go down to 40. It could flirt 35. Who cares? If you're getting in to something at any point in time and the business model shows that it should be over 100,000 by year's end, well, you're talking about 7 months from right now. Get in. Anything under 50, if it hits 100, you doubled your investment. And let's say it falls short. Let's say it hits 90. Okay, you didn't double your investment. You made 80% of your investment. I mean, there's no way to go but up. It's sound money. It's pure. It's pure. They're trying to paint it as something awful. They're trying to paint it as something that, they tried to hold hostage the pipeline and it had to be paid through cryptocurrency. Listen, they're trying to use this story and probably made it up, to be quite honest with you, as a story to like paint cryptocurrencies as like something that's used by drug dealers and people that do like dastardly deeds and stuff. And that's exactly what they're doing, is they're trying to scare away any mom and pop or anybody that watches mainstream television away from even touching a cryptocurrency, let alone do they understand it. Now, oh my God, drug dealers, oh my God. And little Johnny, my grandson, was talking about Bitcoin. And do you think he does drugs? Well, maybe, but probably the story's out to scare you, because the majority of violent drug trade is done in American dollars, US dollars, whether wire transfers. The reality is that people are already doing business in everyday scenarios with cryptocurrencies. It's called the US dollar, and it's done through electronic transfers. What the hell difference does it make to people whether they're doing electronic transfers in the name of Bitcoin or the name of the Federal Central Bank? The reality is that it should make a big difference, because if you do the transaction in Bitcoin under your own name, you're doing that transaction for yourself. And if you do it under the central bank, then you are a slave. So that's the difference. You can either be a slave or not be a slave. And there's really those two choices. And so have a good weekend with that and enjoy that decision. But that's the reality. It's true. It's very true. I believe it. They say ETH could hit 10K by the end this year. I would love it if it did, Amy. I would be so happy if it did. I would. You know, I'm one of those early crypto guys, man, but I'm waiting for my rainbow to come in. I'm waiting for my rainbow and my pot of gold to hit. It ain't landed yet, but I'm waiting. And I'm hoping. But it ain't landed on precious metals yet either. I mean, it's like this big boiling stew that's just waiting to like hit everybody. And I'm not alone. I know some of you guys, some of you people are waiting on your cryptos and waiting on your metals to just pop. And I think they will, but I don't know. I mean, decide for yourself how your life will change if the cryptos pop, if the metals pop. Personally, I don't think my life's going to change that much. I mean, yeah, I'll be very happy, but I mean, what am I going to do? I mean, you're always going to be who you are, right? So I'm always going to be who I am. So hopefully that's what we get. And hopefully people don't self-destruct, once it all goes through. I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a ride. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Should be a lot of fun. What do I know, though? What do I know? You guys come here. I don't know anything. I'm a nobody. I'm a guy with an opinion and a computer and a free Saturday night. So here we are. Redneck Prepper says, stack your food. That's a good idea. What did Brian say? I found a way to get rich. I bought a bunch of Girl Scout cookies, then I held on to them. And now they are worth $10 a box. It's being nobody else sells them at the moment. That's a smart move, man. I got to tell you, Brian, that's a smart move, man. Supply and demand. I like the Thin Mints. It is a way to protect funds. Pat Martinez looks at them a way to protect funds. It is. Large salt, sugar, beans. That was good back in the day, but that would be good in a weird Mad Max world for sure. For show. All right. So, to the much shorter Saturday night stream, I really am going to cut it off. I love you guys. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate seeing you. And I will see you on Tuesday night for the much longer stream, which has to do with much of the same opinions. But for whatever reason, it's fun. So, hopefully something happens between now and then. And then we can change it up and spice it up and have a little more fun. But as the world goes and as we all go forward, God bless you all. I love you all. Pray for the world. Pray for each other. Can't stress it enough. And I can't stress it enough. Pray for everything. All right. Love you all. Much mahalo. And 10:30 or 11, Pat. But God bless you all. So have a good rest of your weekend.